Back in 2009, I would say the social entrepreneurship field were nowhere in Sweden. The term social entrepreneurship wasn't used, no one talked about it, and I don't think that the general person in the field or the general person on the street had no clue what a social entrepreneur was. So that's where we started, to really try to find a way to push this field forward and create a platform and opportunities for social entrepreneurs. And I think we also need to remember that in Sweden we have this long tradition of more of a membership-based organization, and all the social issues and causes has been handled by these quite big organizations. And I had a really strong vision that I wanted to expand the field and create new opportunities for new ideas, and also make sure that there were a platform for new innovations when it comes to working with children's rights. And for me, with my sort of long background of being a social entrepreneur, but I was always also a social entrepreneur that wanted to work in a different way, I would say, and maybe in a faster way. I always been very impatient and wanted to sort of find quick tools and quick sort of strategies to accomplish my vision faster than others. And so with all this, I had a great opportunity to meet with amazing leaders from the corporate world. And together with them, we joined hands and we create Reach for Change. This was in 2009, so think about the lack of understanding of social entrepreneurship, no really field or opportunities for social entrepreneurs, and also I would say a corporate situation where it was just in the beginning of the journey of focusing on social commitment and social engagement and CSR. It was still quite new also in Sweden. And I think all this in the same time sort of came together, and it was perfect timing also for us to launch an organization like Reach for Change. So when we went public in January 2008, and we were sort of asking for, after these new entrepreneurs, a lot of people said to me before, said, "Sara, this will be impossible. People won't understand. It's going to be too complicated, both what is a social entrepreneur and then also working with children's rights, and then invite these people to something called an incubator, a program." I mean, so many people said to me, no one will apply because they won't understand what they're going to apply to. And they were so wrong, because in January 2010 we got over 2,000 people applying to us. And I will always keep that as an illustration of that there are hundreds of brilliant ideas out there, how to improve lives for children. We just need to help people to realize their ideas. And for me, it's also an illustration of there are innovations, there are opportunities. We just need to find ways and give people probably better tools and new tools to be able to go from idea to create some change or create an organization. So out of these 2,000, we selected 10 entrepreneurs. And I can say now, like 7 years later, a lot of these entrepreneurs are really national leaders in Sweden, and they have created a lot of social change for children. Reach for Change is supporting social entrepreneurs, and we have identified, I would say, 4 important things that is necessary to make this work. And first of all, of course, finding the right person. I mean, this great entrepreneur with leadership skills. And then developing an environment for cross-sectional collaboration. Network, I mean, both with peers but also with other people, so you can have a network of support. And then the stamp of improvement. I mean, when you get selected into Reach for Change Incubator, you really get this global stamp of improvement, which of course will help you to attract both funders or other stakeholders that you need to be able to go from your idea to develop an organization and create change. We really want to be the first one who believes in the idea, the first one who stands behind it and invests in it. And I think also you can see quite clear when you look around you that it's quite often from the grassroots movement and the grassroots initiatives where the big ideas sort of comes from. So to be there as an organization and search among the grassroots initiatives, I think it's also very inspiring and exciting, because I think that's where you can find the really gold ideas. The whole core of Reach for Change is entrepreneurship and innovation. And I mean, the journey from the first day when the corporate entrepreneur met with me as a social entrepreneur, and when these two worlds came together, we could create Reach for Change. I mean, taking the strongest sort of learnings from the corporate field and combining that with the social innovations and the great leaders that we have in the social field. That's where we find the social entrepreneur, and that's also where I believe we find the fastest way to create change. And I mean, launching in 2010 in Sweden, having hundreds of people applying, wanted to become our first bunch of social entrepreneurs. That really gave us, from the start, I would say, the illustration that there are great ideas out there. We just need to find ways of supporting these people and help them to accelerate from idea to create some organization or some big change. And now, 7 years later, we work in 18 countries, 3 continents. We have over 140 social entrepreneurs in our program, in our incubator right now, where I worked with over 400 social entrepreneurs in these countries. And we have also been part of sort of pushing the ecosystem when it comes to social entrepreneurships, not only in Sweden, where that was totally necessary to be able to start this journey, but also in many other countries, in Kazakhstan, in Russia, in Chad, in DRC, Congo, in Tanzania. I mean, countries where there of course were great social innovations, but they didn't really have this kind of system or platform for social entrepreneurs. And now, where we are standing today, I think we can take this even a step further to focus on, I mean, I think that Reach for Change today are mature enough to be this kind of accelerator for new innovations when new problems appear.